Como te decía, como te decía, como te decía. This means, as I was saying. So if you get interrupted, you can actually use this phrase to say, as I was saying, ... and you can add more information or whatever you needed to say in Spanish. Como right here. Como. This word means how or as. When it has an accent mark on top of the letter O, this O, then it means how. Okay? And usually you use it in questions as well. Como te decía, as I was saying. Como, as, te, yo, te. Te is a reflexive pronoun and it means quite a few things. Te can mean you and also yourself. We don't have it in English, but we have it in Spanish. You're saying this to one person. That's why we need te. Decía means saying. Okay? So it's not a literal translation, but it's similar. Como te decía is similar to as I was saying. So let's look at some examples using this phrase. The first example is, como te decía, mañana no puedo salir. Como te decía, mañana no puedo salir. This means, as I was saying, I can't go out tomorrow. So let's break this down and let's see how this sentence works. Como, you know this part, como te decía, as I was saying, okay? As I was saying, mañana. Mañana means tomorrow. You can place mañana here or at the end of the sentence. You can say no puedo salir mañana, and that also is correct. You can say it, or you can say mañana no puedo salir. No can mean quite a few things. Of course, it works with verbs. So in this situation, no means similar to saying not. Puedo, yo puedo, that means I can. When you say no puedo, that means I can't. Salir is a verb that means to go out, okay? Or to get out or to exit. Como te decía, mañana no puedo salir. As I was saying, I can't go out tomorrow. Excellent. Let's look at another example using como te decía. The next example is, como te decía, estoy pensando en mudarme. Como te decía, estoy pensando en mudarme. This means, as I was saying, I'm thinking of moving. So let's break this down. Let's see how this sentence works. Como te decía, something important to note here is that como te decía usually goes at the beginning of your sentence. So you can say como te decía and then the rest. As I was saying, estoy, yo estoy. We don't need yo. We can just say estoy, and that means I am. Pensando means thinking. This is a verb in the gerund form. Pensando, caminando, trabajando, estudiando, cocinando, corriendo. So That's the gerund. And pensando means thinking. Pensar is a verb and it means to think. You can add en, pensando en, or pensar en is similar to a phrasal verb and it means thinking or to think of. Pensar en, to think of. If you say pensando en, that means thinking of. Okay? Mudarme. Mudarme means moving, but we're talking about moving from one apartment or from a place into a different one. So that action is mudarse. Mudarse is a verb and it means moving or to move rather. But we're talking about moving from a place into a different one. You know, you move all your things, your belongings into a different place. Excellent. Remember, como te decía means as I was saying, and this is a great phrase, a very common one that will help you just continue a conversation after an interruption. This is a really good one. Share some examples using como te decía. If you like this lesson, please give it a like. Gracias por ver este video. Thank you for watching.